today's video. Today's video is week number 15 of my pregnancy journey, and this week the babies are the size of avocados. So this video is actually going to be pretty interesting. The last week has been jam-packed full of action, I guess you could call it. I first want to apologize about the background. Like I said in the last video, I am currently moving house at the moment. That's probably why it kind of echoes in here. Most of the stuff is out of here, and on the next video I will be in my new house. I hope to do a house tour video and also a gender prediction video. They may not happen, unfortunately. The new house that we're moving into is about a half an hour drive away from the place that I'm at now, and Optus doesn't have service out at our new house, so we have to find a new internet provider. So there may be a few weeks where I'm not uploading videos, so I apologize about that, guys, but I will be back and ready to tell you guys about my pregnancy journey soon enough. So first I want to start off with a story which literally happened to me on Friday. Today is now Sunday, so we'll start from the start of the day, I guess. And I wanted to tell this story because I learned that this is something that actually happens in pregnancy. It is, especially at the start of the second trimester, they said that this is very common, that I shouldn't be worried, that, you know, it happens to a lot of pregnant people. And I hadn't read about this at all. And when it happened, I was just so scared and so nervous. And so hopefully my story can help you guys. Hopefully if this happens to you, you'll remember my video and remember not to be as scared as I was. Okay, so on Friday, I woke up, got out of bed, I had a shower, I went to feed my dogs, then I came inside, got some juice and some water, took my multivitamin, went to sit down and watch some TV. I wasn't working that day, so I pretty much had the whole day to myself. I had a few things that I had to do, some errands I had to run, but I was just sitting on the couch watching TV. Then, all of a sudden, I'm sitting on the floor at work, wearing my work uniform, and I can't hear anything, literally. There is no in-between in this story. All I remember is sitting on the couch watching TV, and then sitting on the floor at work, wearing my uniform. Now, if this happened to you, wouldn't you just be freaked out? I was literally freaked out. I couldn't understand how I got to work, why I was at work, because I wasn't meant to be working that day, why I was in my uniform, why was I on the floor, where did I park my car, what did I have for breakfast, what did I do in between the time of watching the TV and sitting on the floor at work? I don't know. Literally, I couldn't hear anything. I could see one of my co-workers in front of me probably saying my name, probably asking what's going on. She looked kind of freaked out on her face. It literally it took like 10 minutes for me to get my full hearing back. And then I, you know, slowly put the pieces together, I guess. She said that I had been at work since 12 o'clock. Now, I don't know what, at the time I didn't know what time it was, so I didn't know whether I'd been there for like 5 minutes or a couple of hours. But when I looked around, I could see that our shop was closing. So I assumed it was probably around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'd been at work for 4 hours. That's probably why I was at work, and that's probably why I was in my uniform. She then said that I was serving a customer, and I asked her to come over and finish the transaction for me. And then all of a sudden I fell to the floor. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember going to work. I don't remember being at work. I don't remember why I was at work. I'm assuming maybe I got called into work because I wasn't rostered on for that day. She picked me up from the ground, got me some juice to drink, and took me over to a chair that I could sit on. Straight away she got my husband on the phone, and I didn't remember if he was working that day, where he was working, what he was doing, but I rang him and I told him pretty much that. I said, James, I don't remember going to work today, but I'm at work and I'm sitting on the floor at work and I don't know how I got here. I don't know what's going on. I need you to come here right away. And he pretty much said, you told me that you were going to work. You sent me a message saying that you were going to work. And I'm like, I don't remember that. I don't remember where I parked my car. I don't remember anything. So he got off the phone and he came straight in. Straight after that, I was scared. It was all rushing to me. Like, I was so confused, so scared because I was sitting on the floor and I had apparently fallen over. Then I was worried about the twins. I was worried about myself. Obviously, I was like nervous, afraid, scared. So I got my mum on the phone because I needed to talk to somebody that hopefully knew why I was at work. Maybe I told someone I was going to work. I don't know. So got her on the phone. She said that we should ring an ambulance. So my coworker rang an ambulance, and literally within 2 minutes of ringing the ambulance, you could hear it coming. And you could hear the sirens getting louder and louder and louder. And eventually they had pulled up at the front of work. Just as they pulled up, my husband pulled up and they all walked in at the same time. I was relieved to see James, but still super confused as to why I was at work. Like, I don't get it. I was watching TV, having a good time. I was watching My Fair Wedding. And then all of a sudden I'm at work and I had apparently fallen to the floor and now there's an ambulance and I'm probably going to have to go to the hospital. When the ambulance arrived, the paramedics asked me all the questions that I was asking myself. What happened? What do you remember? How far along are you? I couldn't remember my address. I could tell you the directions how to get to my house, but I couldn't really remember the address. I didn't know how old I was. I was assuming I was 22, 20 something. They had worked out that I was 24, but that still doesn't seem correct to me. I don't think I'm 24 anyways. I do remember everything the previous day and the previous day before that. It's just between the time that I was watching the TV and then I was sitting on the floor. I don't know. I'd worked out if I got called in at 12 and I was watching TV probably about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's like 5 hours, I don't remember. The paramedics put a drip in my arm, asked me questions, they took my blood pressure, they put the little patch things on up here and on my legs to, I don't know, see if my circulation was good. Then we went into the ambulance and they told James to meet us at the emergency room. We went in the ambulance and this was the first time I've actually ever gone in an ambulance, so I was really, really scared, but the paramedics were so nice. They were talking to me the whole time. When we got to the hospital, they wouldn't let me walk anywhere. They always had me on the bed. They took me in and then there was just a flood of people into the room that I was in. There was 7, 8, 9 people coming in saying, hi, my name's such and such. I'm like, I'm not gonna remember this. They started talking to each other, checking my blood pressure, checking my heart rate, taking blood samples. They asked me for a urine sample. Then a doctor came in and did a quick ultrasound on the twins. We saw that the twins were still moving happily around, their hearts were still beating. They seemed absolutely fine, which was a big relief. And I haven't seen my babies since week 12 and it's now week 15. And they have grown in the last 3 weeks. I only saw a snippet of them, but instead of being like this large on the screen, they were like this large on the screen each. So that was good to see them. The worst thing that I wanted to happen was for them to say that I had to stay overnight, because I had never stayed in a hospital before, ever. And I didn't want to start that day. I didn't want that day to be the day because I couldn't remember anything. I was scared. I didn't want James to go. I wanted him to stay with me. but they said I had to stay. They had to monitor me, make sure, because I was having some cramping down below and some really bad back pain. They said that I should stay just in case something did happen, and so they can keep an eye on me. So they put me into another room where I would stay the night. There was a TV, which was good. They got me some sandwiches and as many blankets as I wanted. 8:30 rolled around and James had to go home, and I was left there by myself all night. I woke up during the night because they came in for regular checkups. I mean, maybe every 3 or 4 hours they came in. And during the night, when I woke up for one of my checkups, I realized, hang on a second, this bed's kind of damp. And I realized I had peed myself during the night. So that was really embarrassing, but that is something that does happen to me at home. Not regularly, but on occasion it does. So I wasn't too surprised. They were very nice about it though, and they quickly changed the bed and showed me where the bathroom was again, just in case I had forgotten. And then after that, they would leave the room and then I'd go back to sleep. And then the morning came around and a nice nurse came in with a tray full of breakfast, which I was so happy to see because I was so hungry. Like one sandwich for like a 10-hour period is not going to cut it when you have twins. So he came in, and then the other doctor came in and he just explained, you know, this is something that happens pretty commonly with people in the start of their second trimester. You have twins, so your body's on, you know, it has more stress to go through. He's like, have you had any stress going on in your life? And I told him how my 2 dogs that I have had run away a few days prior. They were gone for 3 days. And if you really like dogs, I'd probably just fast forward maybe a minute or so because this is kind of graphic. I apologize. So fast forward now if you don't want to hear my story. Okay, so if you're still here, you obviously want to hear my story. The puppies were gone for 3 days and they were found in the local pool floating. A insurance broker had gone in because the pool had been shut for a number of months, and he was going in to do like a write-up of what they could, I don't know, get their money back on or something, and they found my 2 dogs floating in the pool. He quickly ran in there, pulled them out. Ruby wasn't moving, she was blinking, so she was still alive, but she wasn't moving. And Shelby was just the whole time trying to get Ruby to be better. Shelby wasn't fine, she couldn't walk, but she was, you know, breathing regularly. She, you know, you could tell that she was all right, but Ruby was not good. The pool, yeah, like I said, had been shut for like a number of months, so the pool water isn't like at your normal pool. It was murky and brown and full of sticks and leaves and very gross. And the water wasn't up to a level where they were able to jump out of the pool. So there was probably like this much at the top that was empty, so they couldn't really reach the top of the pool to get out. And the guy said that they had been in that pool for 3 days, which was really sad. When we got the phone call, we raced there, and it's something I will never ever forget. We went around the corner into the pool and there was just all these people trying to warm the dogs up, trying to get Ruby to wake up a little bit more. They said you need to take them to the vet ASAP, so that's what we did. We went right around the corner, we took them to the vet. They stayed there for a couple of days, and I'm happy to say that they are a lot better. But my doctor said that that would have put a lot of stress on me, and me already having a lot of stress on my body because I'm having twins just quadruples the amount of stress that my body could take, and in turn I must have passed out. And he doesn't know why I don't remember the events of that day. He said that my memories might come back. It's now Sunday, I still don't remember. We finally worked out where I'd parked my car, which was good, and I didn't have any tickets, which was also good because I was scared that I'd get tickets because there's only like 2-hour parking around where I work. But yes, the puppies are better now. They're at home, they're here, they're smiling. They can't walk very well, but the doctor said that that will get better, so that's good. And then the doctor that was in the hospital said that that was probably why I had, you know, passed out and everything. So he sent me home and he says, if something like this happens again, come back, or if you don't feel well, come back, or if you have bleeding, come back. Just come back if you're unsure about anything. Everyone was really nice. I'm still confused to this day about what happened, and I probably will be for the rest of my pregnancy. But just knowing that I'm okay and the twins are okay and everything like that is a big relief. So hopefully this story helped you guys out a little bit. And if this does happen to you, hopefully you won't be as scared and as confused as I was, because you'll realize that this is something common. I have never read about this ever on the internet or in a book or anything to do with pregnancy, that this is common. I had no idea that that was common. Other symptoms for this week would be tiredness. I'm super tired, super hungry, like always. My boobs are very sore. I feel like I'm getting weaker, like I can't lift anything. Like a plate is like really heavy to me now, so yeah, I'm pretty weak. That's pretty much the symptoms for this week. I haven't done any shopping for this week, haven't had a chance, haven't had any money. And where have I put this? Oh, I've got my trusty measuring tape, so we're going to measure, and I'm going to show you guys my bump. I'm wearing this dress today, so hopefully if I pull it tight you'll be able to see. That's kind of tight. So this is my bump from the front, this is my bump from the side, this is the bump from the other side, and then we will get the measuring tape and see if I've grown. I don't feel like I've grown since last week, maybe because we kind of lost a little bit last week, didn't we? So it's 108 centimeters, so I'm back to normal this week with 108 centimeters, which is great. Like I said, I might not see you guys for another couple of weeks, so I'm sorry about that, but you know, I might see you again next week, I don't know. So if you liked today's video, definitely give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my pregnancy journey, and I will see you guys on my next video whenever that one is. So bye for now.